Dean Cain. Dean Cain of Superman fame, of Lois and Clark fame. He was cast as the Caped Crusader in the mid to late 90s, and then cast aside by Hollywood so cruelly. And like so many falling stars, he then pivoted to right-wing politics, didn't he?
Are we going to actually have a conversation and discuss what's going on, or are we going to just hurl insults? So the same ones you always hear. You're racist, sexist, xenophobic, bigot.
Presumably as a means of maintaining that attention, those crowds, that adulation. It's not dissimilar to Lawrence Fox, is it? When you come to think of it, you know, these actors, these sort of falling stars who then pivot to the alt-right or to the far-right in some cases. Who else was it? We had Kevin Sorbo. Anybody remember the name Kevin Sorbo? He was the guy that played Hercules, also in the sort of late 90s, I think. Pivoted right, outspoken critic of the Bidens, supporter of Donald Trump. Mel Gibson was Braveheart until he got himself in some bother in Malibu, driving drunk, abusing a female cop on the highway. I own Malibu, is what he shouted at her, called her sugar tits. Don't know if you remember this stuff. The failed actor to right-wing pipeline needs to be studied. You know, these actors that sort of fall off and fall into right-wing circles, and invariably, seemingly, predominantly heroes, aren't they? Was Lawrence Fox a hero in anything? I don't really... I mean, he was Watson, right? He was Watson in the spin-off of whatever that was that he was in. But that's more of a sidekick role, isn't it? But still, you know, heroes in TV productions, dramas. You know, you get used to being seen as a hero, or somebody important at least. You know, I wonder if there's a sort of an ego, a narcissism thing to it. Maybe when you get knocked back and you've been treated like a hero, and every time you cross the street, somebody recognizes, oh, it's Hercules, it's Superman, it's Braveheart. Then when you get knocked back, maybe it's a bit more of a, you know, hit to the ego. Maybe it's psychologically, it's harder to handle. I don't know. But this is why, I don't know if you've noticed, guys, this is why I've worked so hard to remain un-hero-like. You know, remain nobody's hero. Literally not one person in this entire world thinks I'm their hero. That is an accurate statement, including close members of my family. Like, literally nobody. Nobody in the household is like, way to go, Dad! Even my kids are like, are you going out to the shed again? Are you going back out? Okay, what, to do your show? Are you? Jesus Christ. You know, I don't think they have any understanding of how hard parenthood is, though. You know, like I would honestly just say that I'm doing a show out here just to get a fucking break. You know, just come out here and shout at my tools for 90 minutes. Like that, the show is insignificant. It's like, I'm not out here to do a show. I'm out here to get some space, guys. Anyway, Dean Cain. Stay on topic tonight, Aid. Try. Just try. Dean Cain was in the news this week because he said he's enrolling. He's like a big Trump guy now. He said he's enrolling to become an ICE agent.
Why would he be drawn to do the work of ICE? Let's ask him. Dean Cain.
Hey everybody, Dean Cain here. And for those who don't know, I am a sworn law enforcement officer
for Donald Trump's Stasi force. So that's fun. That must be really weird being a kid in the United States now, mustn't it? You know, looking up to Superman. You watch old reruns of it on, you know, Lifetime or Showtime or whatever that channel is. You watch old reruns of Lois and Clark and Superman, and you see him, like you're familiar with him. He's your hero. You're a kid in the US. Superman's your hero. Of course he is. You see him as a protector of all that is well and good. You know, he's all about fairness and humanity and equality and what's right. Imagine the anti-immigration fucking SS army rock up to your house. You're a kid in America, the fucking American SS rock up and punch your dad in the face and drag him into a blacked out Ford Tornado. Imagine that happens. And you're only a kid. You're only a kid. And so you still believe the stuff that you see on Showtime every afternoon at 3 o'clock when you get home from school. You still think Superman's your hero. And so you see your dad dragged off into the blacked out Ford, and so you start calling out for Superman because you don't know, do you? You're just a kid. Maybe he is real. Maybe he is a superhero. You're desperate. You're like, Superman! Superman, come and save me. And maybe he will. You know, maybe Superman will hear your cries and he'll come flying through the sky. Maybe he will come and save you and your pup. And so you scream out for Superman to come and save the day. And then one of the ICE agents takes off his mask, and it is fucking Superman! And yet not at the same time, because it's just Dean Cain in military fatigues with his officer number just scratched off and hidden and a cheap red cap. And he's just stood there laughing at you, handcuffing your cousin.
Just another video with Adrian.